Hey everybody, Pete here, and while I was at Home Gym Con 2025, I was able to tour the Temple of Gainz booth with Yoni, the founder of Temple of Gainz. Now, I saw so much equipment there that I would love to take home, so hopefully that can happen later this year. Now, as you watch this booth tour, if you see anything that interests you, comment down below with which product you would like to take home from Temple of Gainz.
Hello, Yoni, owner and founder of Temple of Gainz. Thank you guys for coming by. Thank you for coming by, nice to meeting all my online friends this weekend, very exciting. So this is the Temple of Gainz booth, brought 12 machines with us. This is the selectorized side. So these are all V2 machines that have from minor to major differences from first version to the second, just based on my feedback, user feedback. We've got the multi-flight, that's probably the most popular machine, that and the seated V2. Multi-flight, you can see he's doing front raises, but you could do lateral raises, rear delt raises, front raises, chest flies, unilateral lat pullovers. All of the movements can be done unilaterally or bilaterally. And this morning I realized you could do curls and tricep extensions. So every day finding new uses for this machine. What I like about it, and I think what a lot of people like in the home gym environment, is just how small the footprint is. There's no front platform, and yet it's very stable and can get pretty heavy. So nice machine, lots of functionality in a very small footprint. Leg extension, seated leg curl version 2, super popular right now. I think everyone wants a leg extension, leg curl, and having a selectorized machine that's very compact is a nice home gym machine, and lots of utility in a small amount of space. Abductor, adductor, hip abduction, hip adduction, excuse me. Just a great movement, good for flexibility, good for just strengthening muscles that you don't necessarily hit otherwise. Very hard to replicate with cables. There are a few play-loaded machines, but it's nice to just have a selectorized stack for that. And it's also very compact like the rest of the machines. Leg extension prone curl version 2. I love that machine. I prefer prone curls over seated, but a lot of people love the seated curls. What I like about it in particular is I brought a $20 Amazon step stool that turns it into a standing bent over leg curl, a seated calf raise, and I've also seen customers, I haven't tried it yet, do hip thrusts and donkey kickbacks, glute kickbacks, I don't know what it's called, but I've never tried it. They said it works. So really cool machine, also small footprint. Lat pull down seated row, very basic. I know a lot of companies offer it. What I like about ours is just how slim and narrow it is. It's only gonna be as wide as the grip, basically. I brought a few aftermarket grips just so that people can try them out, but ours does come with that really nice wide grip for the lat pull down and that grip that's hanging right there for the seated row. Standing calf raise, I'll show you something cool about this one. So version 1, the pad was only about yay wide, and the handles were like this, which is pretty strange. And I found myself leaning forward and using this platform. So for version 2, I lengthened this pad here, changed this to a more comfortable sort of neutral grip, and now you could actually do standing calf raises on either one of the platforms. So super small footprint, 2 feet by about 4 feet. Not a lot of utility, you know, it's a standing calf raise, but if you want a calf raise machine and you actually want to train calves and not pretend like you do, like I do, then this is the machine. Seated, like obviously chest plus rear delt fly V2. For V2, I added these extra dial stops, so much so that it honestly hits the frame, but I love that you could get full stretch on the rear delt. People buy the machine, they're like, hey, it's hitting the frame. I'm like, then you don't have to go that far. I just wanted to go that far so that you would get that extra stretch at the beginning of the rear delt movement. What's also nice about the machine is a lot of them will only have holes here and holes here. But if you have the mobility to get a chest fly, you could get really wide. I also put like angle 90s here, so I can have it a little bit further back and then get a nice sort of rotation on the chest fly when I'm using it. So that's all the selectorized stuff, everything that was on this side. Here and back, you have plate loaded. So this is Pendulum version 3. We're on version 3 already. Not a major difference from version 2. Didn't show it here, but now instead of one long weight horn, there are actually two. So you can unbolt this and put a bracket here, and that way you could have the machine against a wall, where you wouldn't install the weight horns on this side. Knurled disengage handle, absolutely no reason other than it looks cool and feels good. And the foot plate is forward and backward adjustable. There are pins on both sides, also angle adjustable, and a pull pin movement stop, safety stop. Weight horns, 3 on each side, optional. You can install them, you cannot. Counterbalance arm, which is also optional. So if you want to put this machine against a wall, you could theoretically kind of end it right here. You would lose the ability to load the counterbalance, but still have full utility of the machine. Really nice, really wide back pad, pretty much as long as we could go before it hits the bottom of the foot plate at the first setting. Resistance band pegs, and this is our limited edition white, which has got kind of like a white and black theme. We did some parts in white, some parts in black, just to give it some contrast. I love the white. I love the way this looks, very kind of vintage meets modern, but everything's available in black or white. Now our plate loaded, this is super popular, iso row, based on the hammer strength, iso lateral rowing, but with the neat addition of these knurled handles. You can do it seated, standing, high, low. The seat adjusts with the spring. So I like to use it, I'll go seat high and go handles narrow for unilateral. There's no front grip, which I looked into, but I just find any sort of grip awkward. I like to grip right here and just get a nice deep lat stretch. Oh, it feels so good. Stretching out. And then same here, where I'll just kind of grip this here. Or the other way I like to use it is seat lower and then go wide, so more upper back. So it feels great. Over there we've got very rare for a home gym, but something I really wanted to have. You have a plate-loaded lat pullover machine. So classic movement, pretty compact for what it is. This is optional, the storage horns on either side, and hydraulic assisted or adjustable seat right about here. There is a seat belt that you can put on at higher weights so you don't lift yourself up, but we're not super heavy right now. Really nice stretch. Obviously trying not to use ab or arms and focus on lats, but really nice movement. Hard to replicate heavy safely with something like dumbbells. Obviously you can lean back on a bench and do this, but requires getting in place and setting up. So a cool machine to have. Pretty popular because I think they're hard to find other than vintage, and all the vintage machines are either fully welded or super heavy. So everything we sell is disassembled and crated. Some instructions are really good, some I'm working on, but the good news is that we want to make detailed photo guides for every single machine. It's something we're definitely working on. T-bar row version 2, another popular one for home gym because it is long, but it's fairly narrow, and like the isolateral rowing, the ability to use either wide or narrow handles kind of changes the feel. So if I go narrow, I'll usually go narrow with a higher foot plate. The foot plate also adjusts. So I'm on the highest setting here on the foot plate. So I can get a lot of lower back lat engagement. Handles fully articulating, 360 degrees, up, down, left, right. And then you can move it down the foot plate. Do something like handles wide. Hit more upper back, that kind of movement. So that's all the plate loaded stuff, all the sectorized, and then we could get into my baby, the one I've been working on the longest, the quad send. And this is the quad send. This is the leg press hack squat combo machine I've been working on for close to 2 years now, and I want to walk you through it. What we have here is the prototype, the first prototype. After a few years of 3D modeling and working on every single aspect of the machine, we put this together, and the next prototype will be tested again before it's released and available for purchase. So what we have here is a 37.5 degree movement angle, which I think is unique to combo machines, just because most are 45 degrees, which I think is effective, but can be a little not joint friendly. So I did a lot of testing, found that 30-degree machines felt really nice, but also required a lot of weight to be loaded. I said 45, 30, split the difference, 37.5 is what we ended up with, and I'm super happy with that decision. So what we have is the machine in kind of both modes. So we'll go hack squat. For a hack squat, this just folds up. It can also be removed with a pin. Machine has been banged up a bit. We had 12 machines to build in 2 days, and everything came from Los Angeles. Made it here, but a few scuffs along the way. So here we're in hack squat mode.
Hack squat mode.
And have a gigantic foot plate, 36 inches wide by 24 inches tall. And I'll show you with the platform all the way up. Kind of my favorite angle to use the machine. What's neat about it is the ability to do calves without adding any kind of attachment. So you could do calves on this area between the platform. And if you want to do a hack squat, just use the platform itself. As you can see, a lot of range of motion. That was one of the design goals of the machine. As much range of motion as possible, both the hack squat and the leg press. So now we'll switch over to leg press mode.
Leg press mode.
Flip this down. You could choose your angle. I find it more comfortable with the plate all the way down this way. And the foot plate actually has 2 angles. You can go perpendicular with the sled, or a little bit more angle. You can go angled here. So another cool thing is the ability to do calf raises without the need for an attachment or a block or anything. So kind of like a donkey calf or a rotary calf machine. And then I'll step this down, and now I have the leg press. So it's a range of more than I can do. There is a safety stopper here if you want to set that. And that is the leg press. Some other neat features and changes that are going to be on version 2. All the handles are going to be knurled. People really like that. I think it looks great. It feels nice. There is the ability to put resistance bands and band up here, so kind of reverse banding, or there are 3 holes down there for the removable band pegs to do just regular banding. So right now we have it reverse banded, excuse me. So kind of helping you out of the hole, modifying the resistance curve. That could be adjusted. You could go here, and loop this up. So if you do that, then it kicks in a little bit lower. So you kind of have the ability to modulate the resistance curve to your liking. Lots of storage. There are 8 storage horns. You have 4 on the outside, 4 on the inside. You can put all of them, you can put none of them, you can put some of them, whatever works for your space. Yes, it's a big machine. One thing I do want to say is the goal of this machine was not to make something compact. I did design it and want it to be something for home gyms. I think it's something that we all kind of want and have wanted to see for our garage gyms or basement or home gyms. Even, of course, independent and commercial gyms that we're starting to get a lot more of machines into. But compact was not the goal. Just as excellent as possible was the goal. So there won't be a compact version of this. I'm not planning on making it any smaller. I wanted to make something that's just fully featured, felt amazing, looked amazing, is amazing, and hopefully we accomplish that. We'll be launching it on Kickstarter pretty soon. I will be taking the next prototype and testing it before launching anything. I've told everyone I don't want to do a V2, V3, or V4 with the machine. I want the production model to be the end all be all. And I'm really excited about this machine. I hope everyone else is too. So this has been Yoni from Temple of Gainz. Thank you for your time.